Well, you were very much with us during the 2011 elections here in the country. What, in your own assessment, would you say stands out leading up to this 2015 elections? I'd want you to also key in the plight of the IDPs in preparations for 2015.
Yes, obviously the biggest thing that stands out is the PVC and the shortfall in the actual distribution of this permanent card. That is, undoubtedly the most obvious challenge. But beyond that, we have the 2011 election, which I repeat was very, very good. So they have that standard, that place to work on, to say, okay, well, this is what we did well in 2011. We can always do it better. This is what we put in place to ensure that the election was free and fair. For instance, the last election, we had the security services everywhere, SSS, military everywhere, and people could not move. Apart from that, the last few elections in Anambra State, in Oshun State, have always been almost like a litmus test. Anambra had some challenges, but Oshun State and Ekiti State went relatively well. So if they can replicate that around the country, it's a good stand. But what you will want to see in this election right now is issues the fact that issues of security. This is probably the most contentious election in Nigeria's history. It beats the time of Tafa Balewa and Ahmadu Bello and the rest of them. This is the most contentious. Never in Nigerian history has been so close for instance, an opposition party to maybe take over. For this is the closest election where an incumbent, may actually lose, or actually, win over a very strong, united opposition force. So historically, Nigerians should look at the fact that this is history playing out. We've never been so close. And it's good for our democracy. It's good to have this much competition. It's going to put a strain on the security of the country. It's going to put a strain on people that go out and vote and ensure that their votes actually count. And that's why there's so much push towards this permanent voters card. It's never been like that before. People actually been forced and begged, cajoled to go and get that voters card because of the weight, the magnitude of this election.
Well, INEC is also adding to this. It has to take care of those who have been internally displaced. Yeah. Do you think that it's something that it has the capacity to do, or is it something that we're going to fail at? I
know they've looked at it. I know they say the fact that it's something that they are looked at. They're looking into. They knew this was coming with a lot of people displaced around this northeast. I personally don't see how they can actually ensure all those people get the opportunity to vote. I mean, I don't know. Getting a PVC itself is challenging. You have to go back to where you registered 4 years ago. How are they going to ensure that somebody that registered in maybe Baga can ensure that he's in some refugee camp in Abuja or he's in some refugee camp in Maiduguri, ensures he gets his PVC and he votes. So they say that they have it in mind, but it's going to be quite challenging to get those displaced people to vote. If they get as many as possible.
If they say they've been working on it, that they saw it coming, they just might make it happen. But the thing is, there are those who tell us that they just went to re-register after having been told that their data was lost. And then they say that, look, you can't get your PVC until after the elections. But INEC says, no, that's not the case. So all of those information or misinformation is still out there.
Yeah, it is. And it is synonymous with the Nigerian, leading up to elections in Nigeria. But it's just important, the fact that regardless of all the challenges, it's so important for somebody to pick up that PVC. It even goes beyond election. The PVC card can be used for identification. You want to go to the bank, you want to get a check redeemed, you want to get get any problems with the law. You have your PVC, which is a validated form of identification. So I don't know beyond election whether this PVC will still be available for people to collect. They may not have that available to the next election. So it's very important to even get it, apart from just election day. It's a good identification for any Nigerian citizen.
All right. Thank you. Ademola Oshodi, policy analyst, taking a look at the forecast, perhaps, and some of the goings on just ahead of the elections. We will be back to take a look at some comments. What are you saying about all that has been said today on the program? Join us again. Welcome back. We should have some more comments coming up. We should, yes. Let's see. Should it be email or tweets now? Let's wait on director for a little bit. Okay. None is forthcoming. All right, then. That's where we draw the curtains today. We thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm Chamberlain Oso.
Oh, that one put me on the edge of my seat. Thank you for watching. I'm Maofwe Ogun.
Well, many thanks, and Sulaiman Alede. See you again.